We're going to talk about setting site goals and choosing and optimizing your header navigation items. This is a step that I see a lot of businesses skip, but it's actually one of the most important parts. It helps people find the right pages that they need so that they can buy from you, and it ensures that everything on your website is there for a purpose. By the way, my name is Clint, and on this channel I give tutorials on things like content marketing, SEO, web design, and more. So if that's you and you want to learn more about that stuff, consider subscribing to stay updated when new content comes out. What do you want people to do on your site? The answer needs to be crystal clear. Your site needs a primary goal. Typically, primary goals are things like calling, scheduling a demo or a Zoom meeting, or filling out a form for you to follow up. Or your primary goal could be someone buying your product or service straight up, especially if you're an e-commerce store. Whatever it is, it needs to be written down and figured out ahead of time, because everything that you do on your website is going to depend on this primary goal.
This is pressure right now, really, really bad.
Next, your site needs a secondary goal. You need a plan B if someone doesn't want to take you up on your primary goal. Sometimes, especially for higher ticket goals, people will not want to buy or book right away. What can you build them to build trust in exchange for their contact information? You need a way to stay in communication with them, even if they choose not to take action on your primary goal right now. Your secondary goal is often called a lead magnet, because this is a free thing that you give someone in exchange for their name, email, and then sometimes their phone number. Now, what kind of lead magnet you offer depends on the people who are browsing on your website and what industry you're in. Ask yourself, how can I add as much value as possible? This could be a quiz that helps your customer gain clarity, a downloadable guide, a fillable checklist, a video course, promo codes, and way more. You need to be able to offer them something, because people are more likely to buy from you when they have first trusted you with a small stepping stone, such as giving you their contact information. One of the best reasons to have a lead magnet is because it helps you to build an email list. And you are going to want to build an email list for 3 reasons. Number 1 is you own it. Social media followers are going to come and go as platforms change, but your email list is yours. Next to your website, it is the most valuable asset for your business. Number 2, it will help you stay in contact with these potential customers. Just because they are not ready to buy right now doesn't mean that they won't need your product or service later. And when they do, being in their inbox will help keep you top of mind. And number 3 is that it's going to help with promotion. As you offer new products or services or create content down the road, this is a great way to give it a quick boost, which can also be super helpful for SEO. Again, make sure you have both your primary and secondary goal written down before you build any web pages, because it's going to directly affect how you build them out. The next thing we need to talk about is the site route for your website. Your site route is the path that someone will take to fulfill the primary or secondary goal on your website. Basically, what are the items that you need to include in your top header navigation? Most people don't go to the home page to the checkout page right away, and you need to make sure that they have a simple way and a clear way to get the information that they need in order to take action. What things will visitors on your site need to know in order to fulfill your primary goal? If I'm a tattoo artist, then people will probably want to see my work, look at my prices, and learn a little bit more about me before they decide to book an appointment. The site route for this might look something like home, my work, services, about, and then book now. Some site routes might be even shorter. A restaurant's route could be home, menu, reviews, order. Or an e-commerce website might be even shorter than that, like home and shop. Put yourself in your customer's shoes and think about the types of pages that you would want to see before you bought your product or service. Write down all the possible combinations of your site route for a user to complete your primary goal. What are the essential pages needed for people to learn enough to buy or work with you? These need to be included in the top header main navigation. So here are some essential rules for your header navigation on a website. website. Use primary key phrases if you can. If you have a product or service that also is one of your primary keywords, then include it in your navigation for an extra SEO boost. For example, Orbit Media, a Chicago-based web design company, has web design and development and website optimization in the navigation because people are searching for those specific services. And those are commercial intent keywords. And if you're like, what are primary key phrases? Then you need to check out my complete SEO course in the description box or watch my keyword research video here. Choose no more than 5 pages for your top navigation. The home page is not going to count here because if somebody clicks the logo on your site, then it usually takes them to your home page. Any other pages that are important but don't contribute to your primary goal can go in your footer navigation. Blogs or content pages can be a great way for people to learn more about your businesses, but that also doesn't mean that they have to be in your top navigation. The fewer items that you have, the easier it will be for the user to navigate. Think about the design principle called Occam's razor. Basically, it means that instead of thinking about what else can I add to this to make it better, think what elements can be taken away but still allow me to accomplish my goal. Here, completion is when nothing else can be taken away. Also, remember navigation links can also have drop-down menus, but you definitely don't want to overdo it here. And just a quick side note about navigation menus for e-commerce stores. Your top navigation will probably be the categories of your stuff. For example, a clothing company might have a top navigation of men, women, and about, with a drop-down sub-menu for categories such as things like shirts, pants, etc. Like your site goals, make sure that you write down your navigation menu items. The next thing that you're going to want to do is actually create some web pages. If you want the free fillable SEO guide and checklist for this and my other courses that cover all the stuff I talked about in this video and more, then click the link in the description box below and download it for yourself. If you want to see the next part of this course on how to actually design these pages, then click on the next video here. Let's start designing some pages. I want to design some pages. Not a great singer. Never worked out for me. I like to sing, not great at it. But if you click the next video, you won't have to hear me sing anymore. Oh, go ahead. Let's start. We're going to talk about actually creating pages. It's a good thing. Go ahead and click on it.